I'm bringing to you a video to answer a question that was brought forth by two of my subscribers. They wanted to know what the real universe looks like. Well, I'm going to answer their question and even go further than that. It is a good question because you need to know what the real universe looks like, so when you leave the matrix after physical death, you will know the real universe when you see it. First, let's start with how people know what the real universe looks like. There have been a lot of people who have said they know what the real universe looks like because they've been there. They've been there through astral projection. They've been there through out-of-body experiences. I don't know about any of you all, but I don't believe that. And here's why. Astral projection only happens when your soul comes up out of the body and it travels to the astral realm. When the soul comes up out of the body, the soul is still connected to the body via a silver cord. This is why you can't die during astral projection. By the soul still being connected to the body via the silver cord, your soul is limited as to where it can go. Your soul can only travel within the confines of the matrix, and the matrix is underneath a dome, or as some call it, the firmament. The real universe is outside of the dome, outside of the firmament, outside of the matrix. And astral projection will not allow you to travel outside of the dome, outside of the matrix. You can only travel within the confines of the matrix during astral projection. And the astral realm is within the confines of the matrix. So when people say, I have traveled to the real universe via astral projection, no, they haven't. Because you are not allowed to leave outside of the matrix via astral projection. You can only travel within the confines of the matrix, which includes the astral realm. People who have had outer body experiences, these people are not physically dead. An outer body experience is another form of astral projection. It's a little bit different than astral projection, but it's another form of it. The only way that you are going to get to the real universe is through physical death, permanent physical death. Whereas after permanent physical death, you decide to permanently leave the matrix. Then you get to the real universe. That's the only way you're getting there. There is no other way, period. Now, how people have come to find out what the real universe looks like is a little different. People have been shown through dreams from beings, B-E-I-N-G-S, what the real universe looks like. They have channeled these beings and have been told what the real universe looks like. This is how they know. They know what it looks like, but they haven't been there. Because in order to go there, you have to permanently, physically die. And no, I am not encouraging people to die. This is not a suicide code, please. But I'm saying if an 80-year-old was to drop dead, after they drop dead, they enter the afterlife. If they choose to turn away from the light that they see, or the spirit guides and the fake loved ones that they see, and they decide to leave the matrix, then they will go to the real universe. That's the only way that they're getting there. The only way. So with that being said, I'm going to tell you what I have discovered. I have discovered a lot of people who have talked about what the real universe looks like. They have found out what the real universe looks like because they were shown what the real universe looks like through dreams, some through visions, or some have just been outright told by beings. And so I'm going to relay to you what I have discovered and what I know that is true. And the reason why I know is true is because what I have been told, what I have discovered, it resonates with me. And when truth resonates with you, it's truth. Lies will never resonate with you. You'll know when something is a lie when you don't feel the power of the lie in your soul. If you don't feel the power of what you are being told in your soul, then it's a lie. But if you feel the power of what you are being told in your soul, it's truth. It's truth because it's resonating with your soul, with you. So here's what I have discovered and have been told from Wes Penray and others. The real universe looks like a big glowing spider web, as you see here on the screen, a big glowing lit up spider web. And as I've said before, none of us have been there. None of us have been to the real universe. We can't even see the real universe because of the dome, or some call it the firmament, that is blocking us from being able to see it. But it's there. There are strands and lines that makes up this spiderweb universe. These strands and lines are what is called the universal highway. The strands and lines are highways that souls travel back and forth on. In between the strands are dark spaces. These dark spaces are what is known as the void. And in the void is where nothing has been created yet. Nothing has been built yet. In that void is where you would create your realm, where you wish to reside in the real universe. Now, let me go further with that. Yes, you can create your own realm in the real universe. Whatever type of realm you wish to live in, you can create as long as it's a realm of high vibrational frequency. You can have anyone you wish to live with you in that realm, living or dead. This can be done. Now, I saw a post several months back. It was on this message board, and there was this guy who stated that when he gets to the real universe, and this is his words, he said he's going to have a realm of bitches and hoes on a beach, and they're doing all types of sexual things, oral sex, anal sex, and all of this, and he has waterfalls of cocaine, and everybody is smoking weed, and it's going to be like a scene from a music video of Snoop Dogg's. No, sir, no, ma'am. That's not going to be allowed in the real universe, because all of that right there is low vibrational frequency. And the real universe is a universe that is comprised of high vibrational frequency, and that's all that's allowed there. I tried to tell this guy that, but he got angry, and I said, well, okay, well, let's see how far you get when you get there. This guy, when he finally does undergo physical death, whenever his time comes, and if he decides to leave the matrix and he goes to that real universe and he creates that type of realm, he is going to fall from that realm down to the lower realms, and that's where he will be. Because that type of realm is not going to be allowed in the real universe. Drugs, all types of sex. And the sex that he was explaining. I haven't even explained the full explicit things that he was explaining that he wants to have sexually in that realm. It's not going to be allowed there. Oh, no. And so for those who think that they are going to have these type of realms where it's PCP, drugs, and as he termed it, bitches and hoes, you're not going to have that type of realm up there. It's not going to be allowed. You will fall from that realm down to the lower realms. So, but like me, I am planning on having, and please don't steal my ideas, but I am planning on having a realm that looks like Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, with the boardwalk and the stores and the attractions, you know, the amusements and everything like that, and the beach. And it's going to be tied into the look of Hawaii. And that's the type of realm I want to live in. And I'm going to have all of my family members, living and deceased, up there with me. And it's going to be just peace and relaxation. And so you can create a realm just like that. You don't have to create one where's Myrtle Beach. But I'm saying you can create a realm just like that, or whatever type of realm that you wish to create. You can do so within the real universe, in the spaces between the highways of the real universe. You can do it, as long as it's high vibrational frequency. The minute that you create a realm that is of low vibrational frequency, the minute that you think low vibrational thoughts and let those thoughts linger, you will drop from that universe and go down to the lower realms, where it's nothing but low vibrational frequency. You cannot create a realm where it's whites only. You cannot create a realm where it's blacks only, or only a certain type of people. You can't do that. That's not going to be allowed up there, because that type of thinking is low vibrational frequency. So you can manifest your beloved animals to be up there. One commenter on one of my videos said they want a realm where their cat or cats can come. Absolutely. In my novel, The Summerland, August Cameron, his golden retriever had died when he was a young boy. And spoiler alert, if you haven't read the whole novel, fast forward. But when August Cameron did undergo the physical death and he went to the real universe, he manifested into existence that same golden retriever back again. So that can be done. Now, I want to state this. In manifesting loved ones and friends who have died before you to be in the realm with you, you have to understand they won't be the original family member or friend. But what do I mean by that? Let me explain. Let's say if you have a father and your father died before you died, and your father was a Christian, and so when your father died, he of course went through the light because he saw the light and he thought he was going to heaven. Well, once your father went through the light, your father is now, or has now, been put into a never-ending reincarnation loop. So when you die and you leave the matrix and go to the real universe and you create the realm that you wish to live in the real universe, you want to have your father there. Or you can manifest your father there, and what will manifest will be an exact copy of your father. It won't be the original him, because the original him is in that reincarnation loop, but it will be an exact copy. An exact copy that thinks like him, talks like him, walks like him, has the same traits and mannerisms as him, but it's not the original him. Now, yes, I know that sucks, but having a copy is better than having nothing at all. And I would rather have a copy of my family members than to not have them not be there at all. So something is better than nothing. And so you can have them. Again, it will look just like them. If your father had a mole on the side of his face, that's exactly what he'll have. everything about your father will be in that manifestation. It just won't be the original person. It will be the exact copy. So you can have your loved ones who have passed before you. You can have them there with you in that realm. Even your loved ones that are still living after you have crossed over into the afterlife, you can have them there with you as well, just by manifesting them. Okay? What do I mean by manifest? When you want to create your realm, all you have to do is you picture in your mind something from that realm. Like with me, when I get to the real universe, I'm going to picture in my mind the Myrtle Beach boardwalk. Start off with that, and then it's going to manifest, and then picture up the stores and the houses and the trees and the beach. You picture it in your spiritual soul mind, and immediately it will manifest. The same thing with your loved ones and friends. You picture their faces in your mind, and immediately your friends, your loved ones will manifest. Immediately. Everything happens immediately in the real universe. Whereas down here, let's say if you want to build a house, you got to go to Home Depot. You got to go to Home Depot, you have to go buy the supplies, and you have to go and build the house, and it's going to take a while. Whereas up there, if you want to create your realm, you picture your realm, picture the realm in your mind, and immediately it will appear. You want your loved ones there, you want your friends there, you picture them in your mind, they're there immediately. That's how it goes. You can, let me also state this as well. After you have created your realm, and after you have created the people to be there in your realm with you, let's say you want to go away from your realm for a couple of days, you can do so. You can go away from your realm for a couple of days and come back, and that realm will still be there. Those people in that realm will still be there. It's not like you, it's not in the way, whereas if you want to leave the realm for a couple of days and you come back and the realm is not there anymore, and you have to manifest it back into existence again, manifest the people in the realm back into existence again. No. You can leave that realm for several days, months, years if you want. And when you come back, you'll still be there, because that realm and the people that you have manifested to be in that realm will exist on its own once you have brought them into existence. Are you following me? So that's how that goes. Now, another thing is this. You don't have to manifest food up there, because souls don't need food up there. They don't need beverages. But if you want to have that in your realm, you can. That's one of the things that I'm going to have in my realm. Food and beverages. Because I wanted to have similar traits to down here, but I want it to be the real universe. So if you want to have it, whereas, in your realm, those in the realm with you are, eating food and drinking beverages, you can. Now, again, it's not going to be allowed where you all are getting sloppy drunk up there. That's not going to be allowed, because, again, that's low vibrational energy. But, if you want to manifest, hey, there's a cookout. Let's say you're in your realm, in the real universe, and you want to manifest you and your family and friends having a cookout, and there's beers at the cookout. Okay, good. All right, that's going to be allowed. You don't need that food or beverages, but if you just want to have it, you can. So this is what can be allowed in the real universe. I have heard from so many people that when the soul comes up out of the body after physical death, the soul looks like a beam of light, transparent light. Now, if you decide once you get to the real universe that you want to look the way you did on Earth, you can transform into that. This was shown in the film What Dreams May Come. In the film What Dreams May Come, the character that Robin Williams played, his daughter, when she got to the real universe, she decided to transform into I think either a Chinese or an Asian female. And that's not how she looked on Earth, but that's what she wanted to transform herself into in the real universe. So you can do that. If you were a Caucasian guy with blonde hair and blue eyes down here on Earth, and when you get to the real universe, you want to transform yourself into looking like a Korean with black hair, you can do that. Whatever shape and or form that you wish to be in, you can be in. If you want to shapeshift and change your form into an animal, you can do that too. I don't know why you would, but but you can do that too. You can take whatever shape or form that you wish in the real universe. Another thing is this. Now, this may sound a little weird, but this is a thing. It is a thing, and I'm glad it is a thing because it can help people to better maneuver throughout the real universe. In the real universe, there are universities. There are several universities that you can go to learn how to maneuver around the real universe, how to better hone in and tap into your abilities as a creator God in the real universe, how to build things through manifestation in the real universe. Just like they have universities down here, there are universities in the real universe. But the universities in the real universe, they are teaching you things that really are significant for you to know. Down here, these universities down here are just teaching you how to be a robot within the matrix. You know, they're not teaching you anything important. But in the real universe, they do have universities. You go to those universities, you see if you qualify. The beings that run that university will tell you if you qualify. If you don't qualify, they will tell you where you can go to qualify. And again, it's not mandatory to go there to these universities, but if you want to go and learn this, that, and the third about how to maneuver within the real universe, the universities are there for you. So these are the facts of the real universe. The real universe is a beautiful, warm, loving place. It really is. It is beautiful, it's warm, it's loving, and it's where we all came from before we were put into these human bodies. We all used to be in the real universe together. This is why I hate when people use the word strangers. You know, strangers, we're not strangers to each other. We're not. We all are related because we all used to be fragments together of the universe in the real universe. We just can't remember it because of the memory wipe that was put upon us at birth. But before we were born into these bodies, we were all related as fragments together of the universe in the real universe. So we're not strangers, but you know, the system, the matrix, has us thinking that we are. Once you get to the real universe, you will never want to come back down here again. You won't. That's how great it is to be in the real universe. You will never have a desire to want to come back down here, ever. Because the real universe has that feeling that makes you feel at home. Traveling to and from within the real universe, you use thought intention. Down here, if you want to go to the movies, you got to get dressed, get in your car, drive to the movies. Up there in the real universe, if you want to get from point A to point B, all you have to do is think it up and immediately you're there. You're immediately there through something that is called nano travel. Nano travel allows you to travel from point A to point B through thoughts. Thought intention. You use your thoughts. I want to go to, let's say, for example, the university that teaches me how to start fires. I'm just using for example. You think it up in your mind and immediately you're at that university. Everything in the real universe is done via thought intention, which equals out to manifestation. There is no talking with the mouth in the real universe. You only talk through telepathy. So I'm looking at a soul. The soul is looking at me in the real universe, and we're telepathically talking to each other. You don't have mouths up there. Even if you said, I want to look the way I did on Earth in the real universe, yeah, you'll look the way you did. It's the eyes, the nose, the mouth, but your mouth is not going to be moving when you are looking at another soul and talking with them. You're going to be talking telepathically. They're going to be able to read your mind to hear what you are saying. You're going to be able to read their mind to hear what they are saying. That's how communication is done in the real universe. So, yes, people, when you get to the point where it's time for you to cross over into the afterlife, after you leave the matrix, you will know that you are seeing the real universe when you see the big glowing spider web with nothing but strands and lines. When you see that, then you know, hey, this is the real universe. Let me head over there to it. That's how you'll know the real universe. You'll see the big glowing strand spider web. Okay? And the real universe is a fun place. It is a really fun place. I've heard so many people say from the information that they have received that the universe, that the real universe is just, oh my God, it is so different from here. It is so much of just beauty and wonder, and the things that you can do is just infinite. The possibilities of things that you can do there is infinite. And again, you can create whatever type of realm you want to within the real universe, as long as the realm is on the high vibrational specter. If you want to live back from the days of Game of Thrones, you can, but everything has to be high vibration up there. It can't be anything where you want to live in a type of world where you're like a Tony Montana and Scarface. No, you can't do that. You're not going to be able to do that. So, yeah, this is what the real universe is all about. This is why I say, when you do get to the point of physical death, do not come back down here. Do not head into any light. Do not fall for any tricks, because if you don't, you could go to a realm, you could go to a universe, whereas you never have to worry about paying bills anymore. You never have to worry about physical pain, emotional pain, mental pain. You don't have to worry about all of the things that you have to worry about down here. And that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way we're supposed to live. It's how we were living before we were tricked into being into these physical bodies today. So, with that being said, I hope I have answered your question to the 2 subscribers. I hope I've answered your question. If I do come across any other information about Pleroma, the real universe, and how it looks, and the things that you can do there, the additional things you can do there, I will bring it to the channel, because it helps to know as much as we can about the real universe as possible. And thank you all for listening. Leave your comments below in the comment section. What type of universe are you? What type of realm are you planning to have in the real universe? Who are you planning to have with you there? What do you think about how the real universe is said to look? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Until next time.